James chapter 1 verse 13. Please observe. James chapter 1 verse these are very fundamental issues we are dealing with, so you know when to pray, what kind of prayer to pray, when to take authority, and when to just say, well, it is the will of. It's so fundamental. Look at that. James chapter 1 verse 13 to 14.
Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God. For God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man.
God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man. God is not involved in temptations. Next verse, verse 14.
But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed.
Every man is tempted. Okay, every man. Observe his own lust. His own lust. The word lust means desire. Every man is tempted because men have desires. Let me ask all of you in power voices. Do you have desires? Do you have desires? I don't know if you like cars. You like cars? What kind of cars? Mercedes? What else? BMW? What else? Ferrari? Very good. I mean, we're talking about desires here. Nobody's saying napep. So you have desires. Okay, outside cars, what else do you desire? House. You like house. What else? Money. You desire money. What else? Huh? Good things. Good things is nothing. So you see, because you have desires, you can be tempted. Anybody that has desires is temptable. And if you have no desires, you're not a human being. Because even Jesus had desires. That's why he was tempted. Except you're not a human being. Every human being has desires. Every. If you don't have desires, you're not human. When God became a man and put on humanity, he was tempted. Are we in the building here? And he was tempted in all points. All. He was tempted in the lust of the flesh. He was tempted with the pride of life. And he was tempted with the lust of the eyes. The three major areas where every human being can be tempted, Jesus was tempted in all. Why? He's a human. Every human being is temptable. Every. No matter how spiritual you are. Okay? Everybody. Except you're not a human. So, every man is tempted because man has desires. Temptation is because there are desires. If there's no desire, nobody will tempt you. Even Satan has nothing. He has no bait. The bait Satan uses for temptation is your desire. That's why the Bible says, no temptation has taken you but such as is common to man. So temptation is common to man. Except you're not a man. And when we're talking about man here, man is used for man and woman. Alright, so give me verse 15. Every man is tempted when he's drawn away of his own lust. Verse 15 of James chapter 1.
Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin. And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death.
So lust, when you yield to lust, it will produce sin. When you yield to sin, it will produce death. So watch this. Three things sets the process. Lust, sin, death. Who is the one lusting? Man. Who is the one sinning? Man. Who is the one dying? Man. So from lust, in fact from desire to death, is God involved? Huh? Is God involved? So from desire to death, who is responsible? Exactly. Exactly. From when you desire to when death comes, it's all man. It's all man. God is not involved. Because God can be tempted and God tempts no one. Because it's important to know what God does and what God never does, and why things are the way they are on earth. Please pay good attention here. Now,